Well, good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Beautiful day. Holy moly. Just got the auger cleaned out, lined up. These bins have been swept out, cleaned out. Carl is loaded with seed peas. So now we got to unload them into the bin because we're going to need Carl to go get some fertilizer. We're going to need Carl to hull some old barley. So the peas can't live on Carl, which is kind of unfortunate. Ideally, what we would have is conveyors and some hopper bins to put the seed peas in. Because every time you run them through an auger, goes without saying, you're going to lose a little bit, right? A whole pea with good germ will grow. A pea that's busted in half most likely won't grow. Although sometimes they do sprout if there's enough of the whatever intact, but not the best. However, in the world of, well, 2023, conveyors are $50,000, $60,000. Hopper bins are $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. So is it worthwhile cleaning another 500 bushels of seed for, I don't know, peas are worth what, 14 bucks a bushel, $1 a clean, so 15 bucks a bushel? Or is it worth like this, what, another 7,500 bucks or something worth of seed and cleaning, a little bit of trucking in there? So is it worth cleaning another 500 bushels for the make up for the broken ones, or is it worth spending $100,000 buying a conveyor and a hopper? Over the long term, most likely it's worth buying a conveyor and a hopper. Over the short term, I'll just clean some more seed. I gotta walk down here now though, grab my Tele-handler, load up some bags. The weekends are always busy because everybody that works during the week, they want to come get their feed on the weekends, which is perfect. I don't mind being around to do that, but I'm trying not to fire up the mill on the weekends because I got other things to do. Spring is here, so I got to get the seed cleaned and all of that stuff done. So I will hop off here, grab my telehandler, scoop up these bags, and then once I get up there unloading the peas, we'll see about some more footage. All right, well, we're getting to it. I'm sweating. So our other auger, it's like kind of like more loaded up, if you will. It has the wheels, they drive themselves. And the reason why that's important is because when you're trying to swing it under the Super Bee, you have to kind of start it under there and then pull ahead and then keep moving it. So if you have a remote in the cab, you can just drive it along, get it under there. And if you don't, well, you have to get in and out like a billion times. So I am getting pretty good. It only took me 2 shots. But when you look at the little rims on those little wheels and they're crushed, or there's various other damages to the hoppers, 9 times out of 10 in our modern farming world with the trailers that unload in the bottom and stuff, it's because somebody ran into or ran over or something like that into their hoppers. So anyways, let's get this all fired up. This is a nail biting operation because peas that are cleaned are very heavy. When you unload them off the field, there's often trash, some weed seeds, grasshoppers, whatever. That's one of the reasons we put the canola with it. Makes it slide through the auger really nice. What I'm about to unload is like effectively baby gravels, and you know, it's hard on stuff. There's another thing about, is it better to keep the auger right full of peas? Does that give you less cracks, or run it slower and less peas? I don't know. I just hope to run it without plugging it and blowing the shear pin, because if that happens, oh, I'll be angry. Actually, it doesn't even sound too bad. sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's just some years, but you fire the auger up and the hairs on the back of your neck stand up because you just think everything's going to come apart. So hopefully no issues and I can get this thing unloaded. Good morning, and what a beautiful Sunday. I am off to toil about in the yard, if you will. I'm going to unhook my plow tractor, plow in front of my seed cleaning shed, and take that International up. I'm going to pick up a load of peas to bring down to the feed bin. Got to grab that auger, got to bring it back down. So yesterday we unloaded our seed peas, and I was just checking. I did another germ test on them, and they were 99% germination on our green peas. So I'm really excited about that. The peas that we had last year for seed are about 80. Now I will eventually end up grinding those up, or depending on how these peas grade, I might just load those ones up and haul them to town. But for the time being, I'm going to save them, because if I run out of my 99% germ, I cleaned a super bee load, so that should be enough for the acres we had planned. But if I run out, I'll be able to grab some of that 80% germ, because they're already clean from last year, and just up the seeding rate. So that's a bit about that. Last night, I was over at my good buddy Stan. He's also on YouTube, The Gentleman Farmer. And then we did a live stream on our Smoke and Oak channel. And that was awesome. I had a really good time. So it actually ran about 3 hours. We had a excellent Irish whiskey and a really good cigar. So it was a really good time. If you haven't checked out Smoke and Oak, I would highly recommend going over and checking that out. Obviously, we don't expect people to hang out for the whole 3 hours, but we had quite a few people on there for a little while, and participating in the live chat, and they had a good discussion. That's a awesome way to close out a week, is hang out and drink a glass of whiskey and smoke a fine cigar. Well, we'll see if this thing will start. All right. After 1,000 miles of walking, I got some peas on the International. I got the auger set back up into the bin. So I assume everybody that watches this understands what these bins are even for. But in case you're here and you don't, barley, oats, peas, wheat. This is an electric auger in each one. I moved that one back and forth, obviously, from the barley bins, because you don't need 2 augers at once. I have a crane scale hanging from my telehandler, and when I make my custom feed, I just go to each bin that I need, bang, 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 and then get the pounds that I need, bring it over, either roll it, grind it, whatever. And then we can make all these custom rations for folks. I believe we're in our 9th year of doing that, and it's been interesting. So it's nice, because the bulk of my hauling is just from our bin yard down to these 5 bins. Good afternoon. It's like evening. I guess it's a little after 5. So I filled this tandem with oats. The neighbor needed, like, I don't know, 10, 12 more tons. So normally I would fill, where's Carl? Carl's not down here. I'd fill Carl up. I'd run up to the Alberta-BC border. There's a scale there, and I'd weigh it. However, it was only going to be like 10 bags, right? 10 tons, 1 ton bags. So I used my telehandler here, and I filled up the bags, and then I weighed them over on that scale, and then I dumped them in there. So only possible due to the fact that the telehandler will lift a bag that high. And I have done it in the past where I've weighed the bag and then unloaded it into an auger that went into a truck. Of course, that's tedious, and it's not good for a large amount of tons. But if you've only got to do 10 tons, no big deal. But in more exciting news, and it's sad that I'm so excited about it, but I am excited about it. After all that time, I finally have these 14 by 24 tires on my telehandler, and they're the air-filled ones. So I just switched them over. I let them roll, so there's a foam-filled one, and a foam-filled one, and a foam-filled one. They actually went pretty far as I rolled them. It's quite downhill. This one just fell off on me. So I'm not 100% convinced that the rims are exactly the same, but whatever, they go on there anyways. So what I'm hoping for is a lot smoother ride. The air-filled tires are like, they seem to be half the weight of these foam-filled tires. Like, these are just rocks, like unbelievably heavy and next to no give. So I'm gonna hop in there now, take it for its maiden voyage, and scoop up all my tires, stack them on a pallet. Gotta put my little air gun away. That's one thing you don't realize, I don't think, as a farmer, when you have you know, these little 3/4 inch impacts and stuff like that, and you think that's a big tool, but then as soon as you get involved in industrial stuff, now you need like 1 inch impacts and 1 inch air lines. You need, you know, you should have pneumatic like 20-ton jacks that you can wheel in and out, because to try to do this as if you were just repairing a wheel on your old tractor or something, it's quite a bit different. Like, this machine is heavy, like real heavy. So I mean, I don't know what this weighs. This thing, it's alone probably weighs a ton, this counterweight on the back. So it was fun, it was an experience. I don't want to be a tire guy, I gotta hand it to tire guys. It's all grunt work. So I'm going to get this stuff cleaned up. I'm gonna wash my hands, and then I'm like really excited. Not to mention, it's getting super icy around here, and while these tires aren't new, they actually do have some tread. And this one here, as you can see, was effectively just like a hockey puck, so it would just spin out on the ice. So hopefully I can get some a little bit better traction for loading bags and making bags and doing other things. Well, that was a all-around 100% tremendous success. The only slight inconvenience now is about an extra inch to climb into this thing. And when you're in and out of it a million times a day, believe it or not, an inch matters. I've heard that before somewhere else too, but I can't remember where. So anyways, that's it for me. I think this evening, it's a little after 6. And it is Sunday. It is Sunday evening. So I'm gonna go in, play with the kidlets a little bit. Tomorrow, we're gonna have to get at it. So we got some seed to start cleaning. We got the oats, got to go over to the neighbor. We got to fill up our oat bin down here. We could even fill up a barley bin or two. So gonna be lots on the go. Oh boy, 2:48. Lay off the Saskatoon pie. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all on the next one.